Hi everybody, today I'm going to cover section 2.5, which is about applications of linear equations and modeling. So there are three objectives. The second objective we don't have to learn, and first and the third, it's in the handout. So the first one is the point slope formula. So if we are given a point and the slope of a line, then we can use this point slope formula, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is the slope, here m is the slope, and x1, y1 is any point on the line. So we're going to use this formula to solve the first four problems. So number one, use the point slope formula to write an equation of the line having the given conditions. So the first one, it's going to pass through the point -4, 2, and m is given as 2. So here, if you see, this is the point x1, y1. So we're going to use the point slope formula, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So all we need to do is plug in the values of y1, x1, and m. Then we have to get the equation in the slope-intercept form. So here, y1 is 2, m is 2, and x1 is -4. Again, be careful with more than one negative sign. So we have y minus 2 equals 2 times negative becomes positive. So now distribute the 2. So we get y minus 2 equals 2x plus 8. And then get the y bar itself. So we have to move the 2 to the other side. So add 2. So we get y equals 2x plus 10. So this is the final equation. So problem number 2, we are given the point 5, 0, and the slope is a fraction. Again, we are going to use the same formula, the equation, the point slope form. Now plug in the numbers. So y1 is 0, m is -2/3, and x1 is 5. So y minus 0 is going to be y, and distribute this -2/3. We get -2/3 times x is -2/3 x. Negative becomes positive. -2 times 5 is +10/3. And the y is by itself, so we got our final answer. Next, we are given 2 points. We are not given the slope. We are given 2 points. So we have to first get the slope using the slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the first point we can take as x1, y1. The second point is x2, y2. So we get the slope first. So 1 minus of -4 over -2 minus of -1. So m equals, now let's combine the signs, 1 plus 4 over -2 plus 1. So we get 5 over -1, which is going to be -5. So we got the slope as -5. Now we have to write the slope, point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So in this case, this x1, y1, you can take either the first point or the second point. It doesn't matter which point you're using. You will get the same equation at the end. So I'm going to use the same x1, y1, which we already marked. So which is going to be y1 is -4, and m we got as -5, and x1 is -1. So it becomes positive. So it's going to be y plus 4 equals -5 times, again, x plus 1. So y plus 4 equals, now distribute the negative sign. So we get -5x minus 5. Get the y by itself. Let's subtract 4 both sides. So we get y equals -5x minus 9. So this is the final equation. So next one, number 4. It's passing through the point 2, 3, and the slope is undefined. So remember, which line has undefined slope? The vertical line is, that means undefined slope means this implies that the line is vertical. So when the line is vertical, it's a vertical line, is going to be x equals whatever the x value. The x value is 2 here. So x equals to 2 is the equation of this vertical line. And number 5, it's a word problem. So you can read the problem on the handout. The local hardware store charges $28 to rent a carpet cleaning machine for 24 hours and $10.98 for each medium-sized bottle of Raj shampoo. So the first question, we have to write a linear equation, or sorry, linear function S that represents the cost of renting a machine for X days along with 2 bottles of Raj shampoo. So it charges $28 to rent a carpet. So it's X is the variable. So it's going to be 28 times, we don't know how many days. So that's, I'm writing the equation 28x plus, and for X days, and 2 bottles. The cost for the bottles is 2 times $10.98. Okay, so the answer is going to be 28x plus 21.96. So next we are going to do part B, evaluate S of 2. That means we have to plug in x equals to 2 in the this equation. So S of 2 is going to be 28 times 2 plus 21.96. So which is going to be 77.96. So it costs $77.96 to rent the machine for 2 days with 2 bottles of shampoo. And then next we are going to learn about the linear cost function, revenue function, and the profit function. So the cost function is always given by the slope-intercept form mx plus b, where m is the variable cost and b is the fixed cost. And then this is the cost function. The next one is the revenue function, which is denoted by the letter R. Its R of x is going to be P of x, where P is the price. And the last one is the profit function. Everything is given in the handout. It's going to be the revenue minus cost. So we are going to use this formula to answer problem number 6. And it's a rubber problem. Lena is starting a summer business, power washing home driveways and sidewalks. She'll charge $35 to pressure clean a driveway and the sidewalk in front of a house. Her startup costs include her initial purchase of a power washer, $333, which is a fixed cost, and a fee of $2 per house. So let's first write the cost function. So the cost function is, you always have to have the variable cost. So the variable cost is 2 times x. We don't know, it's $2 per house, so it's 2x, and the fixed cost, which is $330. And the next one is we have to write the revenue cost, which is the price for each item, for selling X items. So the price is $35 for each item. So it's 35 times X. And the profit function, the next one is the profit function, which is going to be R of X minus C of X. So the R of X is 35x minus C of X is 2x plus 330. So distribute this negative sign. So we get 33x minus 330. So this is our profit function. So next we are going to answer the questions for how much profit will Alina make if she power washes at 15 homes? So we know that P of X is 33x minus 330, where X is the number of homes. So plug in X equals to 15. So P of 15 equal to 33 times 15 minus 330, so which is going to be $165. That is her profit. The last one, how many homes must Alina power wash to make $330? That means P of X is given as 330. So we have to find X. So P of X is 33x minus 330. So plug in P of X equal to 330 and get the X by itself. So we get 0 equals, so here it's 660 equals 33x, and divide by x 33, so we get 660 by 33, so we get x equals 20. So she has to power wash 20 homes to get the $330. So that is the end of this section 2.5. So I will post the next video soon. Thank you.